to our vlog. We are in Big White in Kelowna.
It's not in Kelowna.
We are in Big White outside of Kelowna.
Nice. Good job speaking louder this time too.
Is that sarcasm?
No, it's a good job.
Oh, I don't think I'm speaking that loud right now.
Well, you can tell because you can look at the camera and see those little bars at the bottom. See, look. That was loud.
No, I get it.
You get it?
Doesn't mean I look at it though. We're here out in Big White, outside of Kelowna, to participate and give some samples to the Okanagan Graveler that's taking place this weekend. Really excited to be here. There's a lot of great athletes here, so we're excited to get them trying the bars, get them using them. They're going to be at aid stations on the course, so excited to hear their thoughts and feedback once the race is done tomorrow.
I'm Devin.
And I'm Alessa. We're the co-founders of Algi, a Canadian purpose-driven food company creating food products centered around algae. Our first product is the Impact Bar. It's an unprocessed plant-based endurance bar made with clean and simple ingredients, and it's got enough energy to sustain you for whatever adventure awaits.
This summer, we're going on a 7-month road trip all across Western Canada to showcase, promote, and sell the Impact Bar. Follow our journey by subscribing to our YouTube and check us out on social media to hear the latest news and updates about what the team is doing as we progress throughout the summer. We just packed up a tent, and now is the hard part, trying to figure out a place to sleep. And we're a little bit worried because it's going to go down to 0 degrees tonight, maybe
Cheers.
even colder.
Cheers.
And we did not anticipate that. We do have enough warm stuff, but I think it's still going to be cold.
I'm going to be freezing tonight.
Yeah. But thankfully, we have a Luno mattress that we're going to stretch out in the car, and we're going to have an incredible, comfy sleep.
Hopefully.
It's going to be pretty comfy, I think. And we will let you know how it goes. But for now, let's go on the search for a place where we can make dinner and set up camp for the night. Probably just going to be some dirt parking lot somewhere.
Yep.
Cheers. This campsite is a lot different than the ones we're used to. We've been pretty privileged over the last 3 nights to be in hotels, but even some of the campsites we've stayed at have been really, really nice. Nice showers, good Wi-Fi, but today we're not doing any of that. We're staying in this random parking lot, the base of Big White, because all the other parking lots are closed for construction, and there's no bathrooms here, there's no picnic tables, it's just us. This abandoned structure and what's going to be a really good dinner. And then sleep. We do get the luxury this time of sleeping on the Luno bed as opposed to sleeping in the tent. So we are a little bit excited about that, but just a little.
I've been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant, I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom for you.
All right, now you start blowing.
So many times I've stranded, a castaway, and I'm not sure. Although a stranger in this continent, I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom, always in bloom for you.
It's always really funny at events like this where we show up being just two young entrepreneurs with our own business in our not branded tent. At least we have a flag now, which is really nice. I'm super into the flag. And we show up to these places and we've got, you know, branded tents everywhere, people walking around that are actually getting paid to be here. It makes us feel really out of place, but it also, I think, is a little bit more authentic because people actually will come up to our booth and they'll be like, whoa, tell me about this. Like, this is super interesting. And we actually get to tell the whole story, which is very different than if you're just getting paid to be here, like a lot of these other people. Also, it does make it a little bit more weird right now that we are quite honestly the only tent set up. And we were supposed to set up an hour ago. We've been set up for an hour and we're the only one set up. So that's a little interesting.
Green truck will be out there leading you down that way. So pay attention to that. You're going straight down Big White Road to the 201. So a little change to the start.
We just finished the Okanagan Graveler, and of course, it was raining a lot.
Of course it was, because the rain is following me.
I don't think it's following you, I think it's just following.
No, but even when I first came out west, it wasn't raining. And then
Right.
I got here, as soon as I got here, it was raining.
Sure.
So it's following me.
Our first event in Fernie rained, and you were there, so maybe that's true.
Yeah.
But
And the Banff Marathon, it rained.
yeah, actually, okay, so maybe it is following you around. So maybe the trick here for everyone in Western Canada that doesn't want to see rain anymore, send Alyssa back to Ontario.
Thank you.
Anyways, the event was good. It was kind of like a quiet event for us, I think. And, you know, that wasn't the event's fault, it was the rain's fault. So kind of like a repeat of last year in Fernie.
I think also just the event too. It's pretty, we're like an hour outside of Kelowna and Big White, so it's a trek to get up here. It's not something like in, you know, the Vancouver Marathon. People are just going to come out to watch because it is so remote, but yeah.
But I meant more like the expo. Like the expo here is like, you know,
it's
just
boring.
raining and whatnot. But we still got some good interactions with people, and what we're starting to learn is that people will try the product without us even like knowing. They'll just like grab a sample, they'll get it on the ride, and then they'll come up to us afterwards and be like, hey, like I actually really liked this. Like this was super unique and it made me feel really good. So hearing those kind of positive feedbacks is awesome. But now, is there anything else you wanted to add before we skedaddle?
No, I think it was a new event for us, and just in terms of like, you know, there's a lot more professionals out here, a lot more serious people out here, just because it was such a longer and more technical and more difficult ride. Lots of climbing. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see that type of event, and we're looking forward to the upcoming events we have now.
Yeah. So now on the agenda, we are driving to Penticton. We're going to stop in Kelowna, visit a couple stores that we had previously dropped off bars at. Then on the road to Penticton, spending a night in Penticton, and then hitting the road to Rossland, BC, one of my favorite places, and then going to Cranbrook, Kimberley, and Fernie.
Hell yeah.
Busy time, and the weather does look a little bit better, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, but I am going to be there, so it might rain.
Yeah, it's the norm these days.
We're used to it at this point.
Yes, and at least this time, we did have a really nice mattress to sleep on in the car, as opposed to tenting outside, so.
Shout out to Luna Life for that.
Yep, Luna,
good job.
Killing it. All right, on to the next one.
I'm always in bloom, always in bloom for
hard to tell because the mud is like blending in with my skin color, but I went for one little mountain bike ride and I got absolutely disgustingly muddy, And my bike, not this one, but this one, got also very muddy, which is not ideal because there's no like bike washing up here, and I would like that thing to be clean, but it is what it is. Also, we're in Rossland, my favorite place in the entire world.
Really?
Okay, maybe not actually my favorite place, but I just have so many incredible memories here from back in my ski racing days, and I'm very excited to be back, and there's a bug on that lens. It's gone.
Although it hurts me to be with you.
Today we're in Rossland and I'm about to head into a store to drop off some samples and try to get product on shelf.
Now, I could have gone into the store. Just kidding. Look at me. The most fashionable person to ever do a sales call in a store. Oh my god. How to not be good at sales. Look like me. Dress like me. And, yeah, forget to put deodorant on. Oops.